A lot of the issues started coming up from the beginning. As soon as he was probably about 2 years old or so, very obsessive about lining up cars and counting cars, and just, he had a lot of very specific interests. He never made eye contact. You know, someone would talk to him, but he would answer looking down or the other way. Then as the years went on, and when he was truly faced with truly being interactive with the world, everything from preschool to kindergarten, I mean, really, his world just blew up. He could not handle it at all. He would act out a lot, you know, behaviorally, a lot of meltdowns, temper tantrums, withdrawal, also a lot of blanking out, which ended up being diagnosed as absent seizures. It was very difficult. Every day was a challenge. I guess what kept me going every day is my love for him. I mean, as a mother, you're devoted and you just do what you have to do. And I always had a sense that something was different. I don't want to use the word wrong, but different. So when Harrison was 8, we had our first appointment in the mental health building with Dr. Marriage. You know, it took some time for the diagnosis.
Harrison had 3 diagnoses at the time that he was assessed: autism spectrum disorder, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and an anxiety disorder. He was a lot more withdrawn than he is lately, so that he was having real problems interacting with peers. But more than that, the day-to-day life inside the home, much less the school, was very difficult for him. So he wasn't doing very well. He had a very limited life.
Initially with the ADHD, Dr. Marriage did suggest medication. And I thought, oh my gosh, my child's not going to have medication. But I quickly came around once I really started to talk further with Dr. Marriage. It was Harrison's second day on his medication, and I came home from work. And for the first time ever, Harrison was, 8 years old, Harrison ran to me at the door and gave me a hug and greeted me when I came home.
I was witness to Janet when she got her first hug from Harrison. It was a very powerful moment, just a real milestone. It was wonderful, and since then there's been 1,000 hugs.
Autism spectrum is kind of like a social learning disability. So it doesn't mean you're not bright in other areas, but it's harder for you to learn about social things, to understand other people, their intentions, their emotions.
What did I put down again? Oh, 1889.
It doesn't mean you can't learn, just like a person with a reading problem can learn to read. It takes more work, it takes longer. So that's sort of the learning model. I think probably the biggest thing that I've been able to be part of doing for Harrison is helping his mum understand his difficulties and find resources.
Right? Yeah.
You guys have been working very hard.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of work. Yeah, Harrison has too.
Well, good work, Harrison. Good work, Mum.
Since Harrison has been diagnosed and we've been seeing Dr. Marriage, I would say that Harrison has learned a lot in these last 2 years. Harrison has learned how to show love. And Harrison has learned how to relate so much better on a social level. Eye contact is a really big thing that he's learned as well. What I really see BC Children's Hospital as is an extension of our family. Just the hospital has given so much to Harrison, and the support for me as well, to be a better mother, you know. We decided to come forward to share Harrison's story because I saw how invisible mental health was. So not only do we empower Harrison by sharing his story, but also others out there who are struggling every day.
It's pretty funny, huh?
We're proud of Harrison, and Harrison's proud of who he is too.